So Isaiah has teased of the South Central family reunion coming back, which would include South Central baddies and playboys. And obviously this was originally meant to be on Stunner Girls Network Red Rum TV. However, obviously originally this was the cast list here. He did say that he invited everyone back, or everyone got an invitation who was from any season of South Central baddies and also playboys. I'm not sure if this will include anyone from Dollhouse either, so we're gonna see. But obviously from the list at the top down to the bottom, I'm gonna read it out, then we'll go through the people that have turned down this invitation that Isaiah gave out to everyone. So originally it was meant to have Joyce on there, Sky on there, Barbie, Persuasion, Savannah, Liddy, Nina, Ivory, Naj, Kashmir, Fly Nine, Donye, Bila, I think she's still incarcerated. Is it Mai? Hood Baby, she's currently incarcerated. Lolly, Knuckles, Mac, Landon, Solo, and Dawn, Kashi, Papa, and Pharaoh. However, he has said on his story that basically he invited who was it again? He invited Dooley and also Sky, so obviously he wasn't able to get their details. But I remember when this first came out as well, sorry, I know people were turning it down because he already approved this poster without talking to some of the cast members, so it was a bit hard for them to know who was coming and who wasn't coming. Then on top of that as well, this was the time, during this time as well, nothing was trademarked by Isaiah or Now That's TV. And then as I did a previous video, I think it was like a few months ago, showing what they trademarked afterwards. So when he was in this battle with Now That's TV and he was planning to leave the network to go to Red Rum TV, so I think Now That's TV basically were in the process of getting the trademark approved for his shows. So obviously they own the rights to the shows now and stuff. Obviously he gets a check from it, but at that point he could have contested that in regards to like appealing it and coming with information to back his story. Because obviously before South Central Baddies was on Now That's TV, it was on I think it was on YouTube or something, and he owned it with his mum. Yeah, this is the original post that he made basically, and said, Playboys, Dollhouse, South Central Baddies will have to get postponed. My next project is South Central Family Reunion. It's time. And obviously this is occurring after the announcement of the cast for Zeus for Baddies USA Chapter 2. And obviously we know Ivory, Pressure, and Scarface are on there, along with Dolly, who was on Now That's TV. Well, that doesn't really count, to be fair. Dolly from Now That's TV, and also Tavy, who was on Now That's TV beforehand. We're going to get into the people that have turned it down. So Landon made a post and added someone and said, they'll be taking all my fades from me. Happy family reunion. No clout from the Queen. No names. So I'm not sure if he's on bad terms with Isaiah or if it's just the network as well, because obviously he said that he was the reason why he was going to Zeus. Of course, with it gives him more opportunities, but he also wanted to get a better deal out of it so he can get similar treatment or the same type of treatment that other people get when they go from Zeus to Now That's TV. And he was comparing it to Ivory's treatment as well. And I don't know if it was Scarface as well and so forth. Then Liddy made this post. And obviously this is just me. I saw this, but obviously I'm very quick with it because 56 seconds, I just happened to go on Instagram. But she made a post basically said, out of respect for myself and the work I've put in, I will not be participating in the South Central reunion. I've contributed on and off camera, showed loyalty, played my part in helping build moments that mattered. But at this stage, I'm no longer accepting opportunities that come without clear terms, fair compensation and mutual respect. I'm big on alignment, and if that doesn't come with clarity and value, it's just not for me. No hard feelings, just high standards. Then she also put in the caption, always got love for you. Then she added Isaiah. Obviously, we know that Liddy is no longer working with Now That's TV and she's no longer the president as well. And she did put up a post wanting to get involved with Zeus, basically Baddies, on Chapter 2. So I'm not sure what happened behind the scenes because Liddy hasn't also cleared up anything about what may have happened between her and production or whatever. But we do know that when Liddy was president as well, she was trying to get equal and fair pay for everyone. I remember Kashi brought it up on the Swayway podcast and said to Liddy that, oh yeah, he wanted 10,000 for the fight with Jonathan, because obviously they paid Jonathan, I think it was 75k. And he said, why couldn't I get 10k? Instead, you told me to basically don't like charge it to the game, but kind of like, oh, you know, just do this one for me basically. And he took 7,000 instead for the fight. He should not be getting paid 7,000 for all of that thing that happened to him with Jonathan. He should have definitely got paid 10k at least. And a lot of people from Now That's TV have come forward saying that, you know, they're just tired of like the pay as well or stuff like that. And I guess there's only so much Liddy can do because she is not the owner of the network as well, so she can try and advocate. But if they're not sorting out stuff above, what's the point? And obviously because Liddy decided to be the president, yes, it was a paid role as well, she then put herself on the back burner, because remember, we weren't getting the Liddy show either. She was releasing music, but it was at slow pace as well, like, and she wasn't very active on socials, and she wasn't involved in much of the shows that they had going on as well. She was more behind the scenes, which didn't work in her favor. Because I feel like if she was more active now, and also she didn't take the president role and she was doing more shows, she would have probably been on chapter 2.